Um, Welcome to the Action Sturge. We're going to be playing some Blades in the Dark with our lovely crew, the Mooncursers. I'm going to have everybody go around, introduce yourself and your character, and give us like a little factoid. Let's say, let's talk about, let's talk about your favorite score. Introduce your character and tell us what your favorite score has been so far, even if it didn't happen on screen. And we'll start with Les.
You will. Hey everybody, I'm Les. I am playing the Hound, and Les is a gruff but lovable teddy bear deep down inside. He's kind of in the midst of a love triangle. He might be stuck between choosing two girls, an ex, and a really sweet girl. Doesn't really know what his feelings are. Very conflicted. Um, Cigarette smoking, likes to visit the brothel. If I had to choose a favorite score, I'd probably have to say the one at the Ironworks. It was a really big score, but there was a lot that was like at stake there, and I feel like Les really like cared a lot about that as well. There were a lot of women and children that were in danger in that score, and that matters a lot to him. It's kind of his own little personal uh, I don't know, what is it, mantra maybe, that he will not harm women or children. So at any chance he can get, he felt like he needed to save them. He was definitely going to do that. So I think that one probably meant the most. And it was really fun. It was like a 2 or 3 parter, and it was a lot, but it was worth it in the end.
That's also where you met Sloan, which we'll roll that right. That was my segue to Sloan's introduction.
Hi, I'm Eddie. I'm playing Sloan Bernadotte III, a cheeky, silver-tongued, um, right bastard, honestly. From nobility, but very low down the ladder. Um, and just trying to fight his way up to fame, fortune, and do what he can through any method necessary. Favorite score, I think, was the one at the docks. I can't remember where exactly it was, but where we intercepted the well, the post. Like, was it the blue coats or was the there was like a teenager posing as some individual. I can't remember what it was.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was it?
We were intercepting some teenager from Prof's Academy who
Oh
were
yeah,
posing as
Spirit
what was it
Wardens.
again? Spirit Wardens, exactly. So I think Sloan really got to show off more like what he can do for the team, show off his qualities. The Ironworks was a lot of fun, I'll admit, but it was also more of a solo thing for Sloan, like coming back at the end of it for everyone, seeing the bridges blown up, walking in spirits everywhere, chaos. So yeah. Um,
Fantastic. Reg.
My name is Terry, and I am playing Reginald Copperfield, the resident mad scientist. Um, and whew, I'm going to have to go with the Ironworks as well, because that was a lot of a team effort, and we don't get positive recognition for most of our jobs. And I think we made some good allies and some good connections with that one.
If I may add, there was another one that I just thought of. I can't remember what it was specifically, but I remember we were like kind of, I think it was Prof, Les, and Reg maybe, and we were all underground, and there was like this magic carpet slash rug that kept like once somebody would save somebody from it, it would wrap around that person, and then somebody would save them from that, then would wrap around that person. All to just go in and get a cat totem that Reg had to give to his rival slash secret admirer lover lady, which was just peak beautiful. That was a really like fun but frustrating time.
Yeah.
Why can't we escape this fucking rug?
Yeah, that rug has been our greatest enemy to date.
For real.
Fantastic. So, all right, cool. So let's do this now. Since Prof's not here today, we'll have a little excursion for Les, Sloan, and Reg. Now, you guys are this is probably between the art show and the whatever the next step for that is. So this is kind of like little intermission episode. But you guys are in the hideout. What's your let's sort of come in on a scene. Like what's the scene look like with all three of you in the hideout on this pleasantly rainy duskfall day?
Well, if you'll come across a back shot of me at my workstation, sparks going everywhere, and me cussing profusely because I've been trying to get something working and it's not going as well as I hoped. And basically, it's like, all right, I just got to walk away and come back to this. So I just turn from my little workstation and head back to I don't know, wherever the liquor is.
Are the ticklers ever allowed to help you?
Yeah. I mean, I'll use them for manual labor and such.
I
Okay.
feel like it's more like, like
And test subjects.
when a kid is helping their dad with the you hold the
Hey,
flashlight
boss,
here.
can I help you with something? Like, carry a thing or two, or like, do something for you.
I said I needed a 10mm wrench. Damn it!
Hit him on the head with it.
Sorry, boss.
Thanks, boss. You fixed my eye.
Always trying to improve their design.
Yes, a couple of them could definitely use some upgrades.
Les is probably having a brooding, moody moment where he is. Eddie.
No, sorry, the wind blew up
Okay,
blew open my
I
door.
totally saw that. I totally saw that.
I'm just gonna close it.
Go for it. That was creepy as hell. But Les is having a moody, brooding cigarette, probably just underneath, like just before like the rain could probably reach him. Kind of like where I would imagine, like maybe like what a porch would have, just that kind of protective against the rain. Just looking out in the duskfall.
Okay. And then what about Sloan?
We have a pool table, right? Like a shoddy pool table.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like I'm just playing by myself, and the tickler's like, "Well, can't we play as well?" Like he's just like brushing them off. I want to talk to them because they scare him, honestly.
Yeah, they're hanging back. They're critiquing your game like amongst like in whispers amongst themselves. They're just like, its angles forms all wrong. If you look up, they'll stop talking though.
Pretend to be working or doing something.
Yeah. So so on this rainy day, one of the ticklers who was out will come back into the hideout with one of the small boats, and he's got some supplies and stuff, but he also comes bearing news from Ellen. Another job.
Go on.
Sorry, boss. She didn't give me a whole lot of details. She said that there was some coin in it, though. If you're willing.
We haven't seen Ellen in a while. I say we go pay her a visit. Sloan, Reg.
I'm in.
On it.
Get your ponchos, boys.
And so the next scene is you guys crossing the familiar waters of the what is it, the Silk?
store?
Silkshore?
Is that what it is?
Well, from Silk Shore over to the docks,
Mm.
that channel of Duskfall is called the Silk, and so you guys make your way across the water here, and through the fog you can see the ramshackle shack that is sitting on the water's edge with a shoddy dock attached to it, and you can see that the lantern is in the window.
Means it's all good.
And as you approach, Ellen will greet you, and she'll say, "It's been a minute. You look like you've been faring well."
For the most part. Les pull down his fedora.
She says, "I've got a job lined up. It's a bit risky though, but the coin is worth it.
Give us the details.
Somebody wants you to smuggle someone out of somewhere in town."
Smuggle someone out.
Yes, they're sort of being pinned down right now by some activity over in Six Towers. If you can get in and get them out, your benefactor said that they would pay quite handsomely.
Who is this said individual?
Yeah, you know how our business is. Not much in the way of names. Although, seemed like a fellow who was seemed like a fellow who had deep and heavy pockets.
Well, not one to really take names anyway. It's all about the coin. You said 6 towers, correct?
That's right.
And where are they planning to go? Out of Duskfall? To a different location?
They said the person they need you to transport is being pinned down in the catacombs.
Being pinned down in the catacombs.
The catacombs in Six Towers?
Six Towers, yes.
Okay. Out of character. So the person we need to talk to is at 6 towers. The person we need to smuggle is in the catacombs at 6 towers.
No, just the person you need to smuggle out is in the catacombs at Six Towers.
Okay.
Apparently there's been a lot of ghost activity there, and so spirit wardens are lurking around. I've even heard that they've called in the Silver Nails.
Bastards.
So needless to say, the area is swarming with activity. That's why they need an expert. I happen to know some experts, so I figured why not.
Yeah, we can give it a look. We don't have a lot going on right now. Well, Ralph is on vacation with his wife.
Well, he calls it business, but we know.
I think they went to the Bahamas, which is just the nice part of Duskfall.
So yeah, that's the setup there. It's worth a whopping 8 coins if you guys can accomplish this.
Noise.
Nice.
And yes, so we can move on to the information gathering phase if you like.
Okay. I don't know if this will help out, but I've actually got a place near there.
Oh yeah?
Yep,
Tell
on...
Tell me about it.
How do I ping? Over on Gargoyle Lane.
Is that where your is that where one of your contacts lives?
No. That's
Okay.
that's basically an old house I was squatting in before we got the lair.
Ah, very nice. So you're somewhat familiar with the area a little bit.
Yep. Like I said, don't know if that'll help out at all, but it might be a good place to coordinate our scout. I was just clarifying whether there were actual catacombs in the catacombs district. And there are. Which
Yes.
could be helpful.
Yeah, I think that it's probably actually like there may be a few surface buildings, but I think the majority of it is underground,
Okay.
like the catacombs themselves, naturally. But I think they probably span under more than a couple of the buildings under the under Duskfall.
Oh, well, yeah, I should have just looked at the names. Cemetery Street, Grave Robbers Lane, Melancholy. That sounds Nocturne Lane. Yep. Burial Road. Definitely catacombs down in here.
So is there any information you guys would like to gather before you head into this thing?
Well, I assume we need to get eyes on the actual location.
Um,
And see what kind of spirit warden presence there is.
yeah, I was gonna say activity from the Spirit Wardens and Silver Nails, and also possibly. Do you think we should meet with the contact?
Well, I think the contact is the one that's pinned down. So.
Oh, it is the person that's can. Yeah, that's right.
No, you've been hired by one person to go get another person. So, oh wait, your contact. Oh, the person you're going to. Yeah. So, yeah. What am I saying?
Yeah, now I'm just.
We don't know, John. We don't know.
Who am I? Yes, the person you're going to meet is also the person you're going to save.
Okay, I thought that's what I heard. But so yeah, I guess we only have a location. No other information than that.
Yeah, I would say, I guess maybe I like the idea of kind of keeping an eye on activity for a little bit, kind of stake out, see what's going on, who's coming, where they're going.
Would it be an idea to send a tick list down Grave Robbers Lane and Oracle Road to like check for spirit wardens and silver nails first? Like, let them give us a tally, like how many.
Well, depending on where in this vicinity it is, like if I go like up here, like if this is like a tower or somewhere high, like I can keep a pretty good, and I also have Tiberius that would really help with kind of keeping an eye out.
Yeah, why don't you give me an information roll?
What would you like? Well, I guess I tell you, don't I? Let me look back here real quick. It's been a moment.
It's been a hot minute.
I'm gonna say I feel like prowling is hiding more than anything. I feel like hunting is like the tracking aspect of it. So I think I'll go for hunt. I'm assuming risky standard. I don't know if there's anything.
No, nothing. This is a fortune roll.
Okay. Oh, fortune?
Well, it's an information gathering, but it's essentially a fortune roll. So there's no position or effect. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't like the looks of this. So just 1d6.
No, you roll with the relevant skill or the relevant skill, but it's there's just no position or effect. Like it's not risky standard or anything like that.
So what do I roll?
How many pips do you have in hunt?
2.
Yeah, you just roll 2 die.
Oh, so I just roll hunt then.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
just don't worry about the risky standard.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Oof. Well, that did not go good.
Okay, failure is not a complete failure.
What is the equivalent to to catnip for birds? Because Tiberius might have gotten some.
So, well, what's going to happen is when you go to scout out the area. So there's a large portion of there's a large portion of Six Towers that is not the catacombs, and the surface level part that there is seems to be covered in a huge, like a heavy fog. And you've seen a fog like this before. You've seen the prof do this a couple times. This thick fog seems to be being generated, just based on its like where it specifically is and whatnot. So, but so you're not going to be able to see anything that's going on within the fog, but you're going to be able to tell you're going to be able to see the places where the spirit wardens might be most active. I'll draw little circles on the map. Yeah, so those red circles there are huge deposits of fog, and that's where you think that the spirit wardens might be the most active.
Okay, yeah. So I guess I'm up somewhere tall. I don't know. This looks like a big tower to me for some reason.
Crumble Tower Court, yeah.
Yeah, so I hop on down, and I will find Reg, and I will find Sloan, and I will let them know, hey, there's like certain deposits of town, lots of fog, thick fog, unable to see anything, very similar to Prof's. But the rest of the areas are pretty easy to see, but you can't really see a lot of activity in it.
Okay.
Now the person who had Ellen hire you also passed along that that this person will be waiting for you in the Pindarin Mausoleum, which is underground in the catacombs.
Fantastic.
Is there any other information gathering? So we can't really see how many, but we know the general area. Do we want to maybe see, would it be gathering information to see if there's another entryway other than those 2 points to get underground?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we would go about that unless Sloan, you wanted to try maybe charismaing it up with some people
I can try finding some blueprints.
or that, whatever, whatever, whoever wants to do what.
Okay, so that'd be a study roll.
Let's do you should we acquire the blueprints? Where did the blueprints come from?
Ooh. Yeah, we probably should acquire blueprints.
Now, this could be a downtime activity that you spring for, or if Sloan would like to, if Sloan knows somebody who can get a hold of these things, maybe Sloan can sly his way in there.
Charisma, baby. Or whatever charisma, the equivalent of that is.
I could attempt it, definitely.
Consort or sway, mayhaps.
Yeah, I'm thinking sway feels better, honestly. 'Cause when I sway people, they seem to forget about things.
There you go.
So yeah, no, I think talking to some local architect of some sort. Trying to acquire blueprints of the underground and its exits and entryways.
Okay.
I gotta hear how you're gonna try to sway him, though. I have to hear that. Like, what is the conversation? Hey, buddy, like your trousers. Can you give me blueprints of the area?
Well, let's see how you roll, and then we'll talk about how it pans
Oh, okay,
out.
never mind.
All right.
How it looks. Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done. So, so the person, your contact here, is a yes, is a large, tall, rough-looking, balding man, and he's pretty well respected in his field, but he has hardly any like charms or graces or anything to speak of. He's he's a rather rough person. His name is Aldo, and you seem to be on pretty good terms with him, or you can get on good terms with him pretty quickly. Yeah, what's your how do you know Aldo?
Oh, one night stand from like months ago.
It's just so ironic to hear that after it's like, yeah, he hates pretty much everybody. He's balding, angry, old. You're just like, well, he's a one night stand.
I need something else from him. Okay, right.
So he says, "You never called."
Well, you didn't ask for my number, did you?
Shouldn't have to. Expected you back round. No matter. You're here. I suppose you want something.
I do. I have a bit of an interest in architecture, and I believe that you might have something that would, well, give me a lot of late night reading. I didn't mean for that to be anything, Maddie, but whatever you're cooking up.
Ugh.
Don't judge.
Are you doing this alone, by the way?
I believe so.
Okay.
Are you doing this alone, Sloan?
Ah,
Well, less is more.
Less is more.
Just like the hair on his head. So, do you happen to have any, blueprints of any, like the catacombs or the old covenant or something?
Oh, the catacombs. Those are quite old. Predate most of the work that I'm acquainted with, but let me see what I can do. And he'll sort of wiggle himself out of his seat, and it's amazing because I imagine his he has like a small, well furnished, well decorated apartment, quite musty, stacks of books and papers everywhere, and somehow with his large portly frame he manages to maneuver through them without knocking anything over. It's very impressive, and he squats down and bends over, and you can see his rump shifting from side to side as he's like digging through a chest of papers, and he's sort of muttering to himself the whole time. I haven't put this in. Haven't seen this in ages. Boy, would you be a good man and fetch me that pitcher by the stove?
Course. I fetch it for him.
It's a pitcher of well, just from the smell you can tell it's some kind of strong mushroom beer, and he says, "There's 2 glasses on the counter. Pour yourself one." This may take a while.
I'm not gonna say anything.
And sure enough, after your second glass of second glass of mushroom beer, he'll come over with some parchments, and he'll say, yes, I believe I nipped these off of a collector a couple years ago. As you can see, the catacombs were left unintentionally mapped some time ago when they were created and he's like out of breath and shit to stop grave robbers from being able to find some of the wealthier houses' crypts. So many maps out there, quite misleading, and really this is the only one you can trust.
Well, it's from you, although. Of course I trust it.
Oh, you flatter me, boy. Dangerous, dangerous boy. And he says, are you looking to borrow this, or would you like my scribe to fetch you a copy?
I'll take a copy, and here's the deal. You clean up this place, and I'm gonna come back. You know for what. And it's not just a beer.
Why, leave it all, my boy. My room is quite clean. My bedchamber is pristine. My bath is warm.
I'm fully aware, but I don't like stepping over things when, walking back and forth.
He rolls his eyes a little bit and he says, oh, making me make promises you know I can't keep. This place has looked the same since I was at university.
Well, it would show me that you cared. So I'm expecting a little cleanup. And I'll take good care of you.
I know you will, boy. Take this down to my scribe. Tell him to put priority on it, or it's his job this time. Off you are. You can see him, like, sort of half-heartedly kind of, like, moving some books around. He's not actually, like, cleaning up the mess. He's just reordering the mess.
Yeah, no, Sloan is fully aware. It's never going to happen.
So you get a pretty good map of the catacombs beneath the city.
Excellent.
And then if Reg wants to study those blueprints, we can get some information off of them.
And this is where things go downhill.
Hey, you gotta have faith in Reg.
I have faith. I don't have faith in the dice.
Never have faith in the dice.
Yeah, always go in expecting nothing.
Alrighty, so yes, this would be a study roll. Risky standard?
Yeah,
Does it matter?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Ah! They're out of date. I'm out of date.
I mean, can we take it with us? Like,
So
this is not working out.
no, so you'll be able to it looks like the so if you're looking at it, so this is what I assume you're prioritizing. Like, where's the entrance that is the most discreet and the closest to the Pandaren mausoleum?
Correct.
Okay, so the closest to the Pandaren mausoleum is right beneath one of the clouds of fog. There is another one that may lead to the Pandaren mausoleum, but the chunk of the map that connects the two locations is missing. It hasn't been mapped out. And then but that one's more discreet. But there's a longer road to travel, and a little less known about that road underground. And then yeah, so I think that's what you get.
Okay. I think we should go for more discreet. We don't want to tip off the spirit wardens before we've got eyes on the contact.
That's true. Also, if the road is safe, then at least we have a different escape route.
Yeah, I agree. We should go that way.
All right. So, are we done information gathering?
I believe so.
Okay. Moving on to the score, planning and engagement. Which type of plan will you choose?
Oh, I believe that was one of the options. Yes.
Yep. You got stealth, occult, social, transport, assault, and deception.
I think stealth sounds pretty solid.
Yep.
Okay. And then the point of infiltration will actually be right along Melancholy Lane here. There is there seems to be an entrance along Melancholy Lane here.
Okay.
Ooh, and let's really pile it on top of that fail. The entrance is underwater.
Perfect.
There you go.
I actually like that. So,
Well,
who's going first swim?
Les has already went through his entire cigarettes.
all right, and then get your item loadouts together, your load, and then we'll do the engagement roll.
I think normal loadout seems decent.
Yeah, I'm going normal.
I'm going heavy.
I don't think I have anything that's makes me heavy anyway. Not yet, at least.
Well, I get another option of gadgets or
Okay.
grenades and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay, so is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes, it is.
Is the operation overly complex or contingent on too many factors?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's just one factor. Don't get seen.
Who's doing the engagement roll? Who feels lucky?
Sloan, obviously.
I think I burned my luck. But all right, sure.
All right. Well, you get one D to start off with. You get another D to for being bold and daring. Does the plan's detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Well, they don't know about this. We do.
It is discreet. So yeah, take a D.
So that's what? Plus 2D?
I mean, Aldo's giving me another one.
Is that plus 2 extra D?
Yeah. So you got 3D altogether right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight?
I don't know if you count Aldo, if he gave us like I don't understand how that works
Mm.
in the gathering information. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would not count it.
Yeah, I guess because you already got the information from him. So I guess I wouldn't count that either. It was its own reward. And then, are there any other elements that we need to consider? What tier are you guys at?
2, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, tier 2.
Okay, and the spirit wardens, I think, are still a higher tier.
So cruel. You're such a cruel GM tonight. Minus 1D, so it's actually just 2D.
There we go.
So roll 2D.
Roll 2D.
Regular Wednesday. Come on. A 3 and a 2.
That was only one. Oh yeah, that was 2D.
Oh,
Yep.
that is a
3.
bad result.
Yep.
That is the 4th time we've seen that result tonight.
It
Yep.
is.
I told you I'd burn my luck.
All right, so you are in a desperate position when the action starts. Don't forget about your stress. Don't forget about your flashbacks. And so the desperate position is that so you guys take a dip into the you plunge into the cold water of the canals here, and you find probably about 10 feet below the surface of the water. You find the opening to this other entrance to the catacombs. It looks like an old tunnel of some sort. It has like a door shape, as if it was at one time meant to be kind of walked through, or perhaps the water was lower, that this was serviceable, but now it's completely flooded. As you head in, you swim for quite some time, and you've got this sort of timed out to where the when the tunnel is supposed to resurface to air, should be sort of at the maximum you guys can swim to. So the desperate position that you start off in is that you get there, and someone at some point has installed a grate here, sealing this sealing this tunnel with an iron grate, a heavy iron grate. So the surface is like right, or the end of the tunnel where you can get more, when you can get air, and where it starts to rise up and starts to become dry is sealed off by this giant iron grate, blocking the tunnel.
Looking at Reg for the grenades.
And your breath is failing you. Too far in to swim back. What do you do?
Okay. I am using a usage from my bandolier.
Okay.
So like the grate's right at water level, and I can kind of reach through the grate.
So it's let me see if I can draw a picture.
Yes, please.
If you guys want to join me on the battle map real quick. So here's the tunnel. The grate goes horizontally across. And then the tunnel begins to slant upwards. There, so it's actually going. So if you were just so if you were just walking through the tunnel, it'd be like right in front of you, not above you.
Okay. Yep, that sounds like an explosive.
All right, go for it. What skill will you use?
That it's probably gonna be Tinker.
Or would it
Or
be
wreck.
wreck? Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'd be
So
wreck.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's
one would
cool.
provide a better result.
Yeah, wreck is savage force unless you are going to fiddle with something.
Oh, I need a fiddle, so I think it's going to be Tinker.
Okay, yeah, if you're fiddling, then yes. If you're unleashing savage force, wreck.
Well, yeah, this will be a Tinker. Alrighty, and position.
So what are you doing with your tinker? To kind of describe the what you're doing.
So with Tinker, I am trying to find the optimal weak point to place this grenade to dislodge the grate without killing us.
Okay. So okay, so this will be desperate and shoot. What's the other one?
There's risky standard.
Limited grate.
Oh yeah, limited, great. Standard, limited, or great effect. Limited, it doesn't do a lot. Standard, it does like a little bit more, and then great is like wow.
Yeah, so I'll do desperate standard.
Desperate standard. Come on, dice gods.
Remember to mark XP for rolling a desperate roll.
Oh, well.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
Yes!
Hey! Fuck yeah! Not dying tonight, boys.
Not dying here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not dying at the great, at the very beginning.
So just as you guys are taking what might be your final breaths, or not, well, holding on to the last of the oxygen in your lungs, you're watching Reg sort of feel around this thing, and he can't be going he can't be going slow enough, and but he seems to find something that he likes, and you place like a controlled charge there, like a blast charge.
Yep.
And you guys hear a little shockwave in the water, and the iron grate begins to sort of tilt sideways, allowing you guys through.
Yes, swim.
And then you find yourself on dry land in the catacombs here.
I bring out my fedora and put it back.
And of course it's dark down here. Who's got the lights?
I probably have my lighter and lantern, or I imagine so, or a torch or something.
Okay.
I mean, I've always got my headlamp.
I bet there's that too.
There's that too.
What do we see ahead of us in this tunnel?
So down the tunnel, this is kind of where you're heading into the bit of the map that is kind of vague and not fully mapped out. But you're going to see like a straight corridor, and then you're going to see where it branches off in a couple different intersections. Within the range of the headlamp, you could probably see that it branches off in about maybe six different intersections, and then just kind of keeps going straight.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you say 6 different intersections? So like 6 times 4 different ways to go?
Oh yeah.
24 different
Well,
ways.
there's one going through completely, so it'd be like this.
So it's more like 23. Can we roll a D23? Oh, here's the drawing. Okay, I see you, Miss Girl. Oh, great. So it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
But yeah, if you would like to, if someone would like to roll
A D13.
an action, if someone would like to roll an action to navigate this, that would be fine.
Let's see. I feel like study's a really good one, or survey. Is anybody good at those?
I have one in each.
I have one in survey.
I have 2 in survey. Survey. You observe the situation and anticipate outcomes.
Well, we are double checking against a map, so
Yeah, I mean, I
we
guess
know our approximate location right now. So
I'm scared to roll anymore. I don't want to roll anymore.
I don't wanna.
No.
So the map by itself is going to provide you with limited effect because this part of the map is kind of low res, grainy, not good.
Okay, risky
Yeah, I'm
limited.
just hoping for a general direction, kind of.
Yeah, you can roll risky limited, or if you want to take a devil's bargain, you can change some of that, or you can use some stress to.
Oh my god!
Now,
I'm done.
Whoa.
Now you
Good night,
can't.
everybody. That's the end of the action, sir. See ya.
Now you can roll to resist if you like.
I don't know what that means.
So you can roll your lowest. So insight, prowess, or resolve. You can roll your lowest one, and you can resist the failure. And basically, what will happen is you'll take 6 stress, and then whatever you roll, you subtract from that. So if you roll a 6, you take no stress. But if you roll a 1, you take 5 stress. But you can resist the negative consequence.
You say that to the woman who rolled snake eyes just now.
Yeah, are you serious? I mean, whatever. I'll roll it. I ain't scared.
If you want to.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, so now let me.
Just click on
Click,
insight, prowess, or resolve.
I think it's resolve for you because I think it's the lowest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to click on resolve.
That's pretty good.
So what do I take off
So you suffer.
You take 1 stress or 3 stress.
3 stress, yeah.
to resist the bad effects?
Okay, and
So you push yourself a little oomph, essentially.
Yeah,
you smoke another pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, my pack of cigarettes is damp. I'm stressing hard. Have to wait for them to dry out.
Then there was your lighter. You're just like, come on.
God damn it. Okay, yeah. So not surveying. Anybody else want to?
Well, actually, I think that succeeds. So that makes it a success.
Oh, it makes it. Wait, I thought resisting. You said just stops the negative effects.
Well, let me read over it because it's been a minute.
Okay.
When your PC suffers a consequence that you don't like, you can choose to resist it. Then you'll let's see. Resistance is always automatically effective. The GM will tell you if the consequence is reduced in severity or if you avoid it entirely. Then you'll make a resistance roll to see how much stress your character suffers as a result of the resistance. So so I can either change the just increase the effectiveness of it or avoid the thing entirely. I'm going to avoid the thing entirely because that's a lot of stress. So I'm gonna say you guys are gonna get lost for a little bit, like you definitely cut back through the same intersections a couple times. You're gonna see there's dead people buried down here, so so you're gonna see there's one skeleton and that's sort of tucked in the wall that has this big goofy smile, and Sloan, you're gonna see that skeleton 6 times while Les is parading you guys around these catacombs. And finally you guys are gonna get on the right course. However, I will hint at there's definitely been some cold spots down here, some areas that have been absolutely chilly, and there's been a couple times where you swear that you've heard footsteps behind you, but when you turned, no one was there.
I have yet to punch a ghost, so I'm ready.
I'm imagining and I'm blaming Tiberius for the footsteps every time.
Tiberius is like, oh.
Did he have a little scuba suit to
Yeah, he's got a
dive
little
in?
snorkel. He's got a little snorkel.
I put that on my to-do list, by the way. Scuba gear.
He's got floaties on his wings.
Tiberius.
Not for
squawks
Tiberius,
here.
for everybody else.
Oh, Tiberius sadly squawks.
And so the
I still got to make Tiberius his recorder so we can send voice messages.
Yes.
that would have been really good for last session.
Yes, for real.
And so yeah, so there's definitely the feeling that you're not alone down here. Now, when you get back to the portion of the map that seems to connect, you're going to see it kind of opens up into this wide underground cathedral-like room, and there are these pillars of stone, and it seems to be fairly empty. There's within your range of vision, it seems to be fairly empty. There's like some wooden coffins that are sort of leaned against the wall, which is kind of taboo because it doesn't really, like people don't really get buried, I think, in Duskfall anymore. So this is like a pretty old place, and you're gonna see some like coffins and maybe some like piles of rags in corners or up against some pillars, but this giant open room resembles on the map where you'll find the Pandaren mausoleum.
Okay. Well, begin searching for
Okay.
Pandaren.
All right. Now you're gonna hear those footsteps again.
We'll whip around, see if I can catch anybody.
You whip around. You don't see anyone behind you. Les, you're gonna see in front of you though. You're gonna hear in front of you though. You're gonna hear the sound of two people talking. They sound a bit of a distance away. Maybe they're on the other side of this cathedral, but you're gonna hear some low talking.
Can I make it out, or should I prowl to listen?
If you want to get closer to them, perhaps to eavesdrop, you can prowl.
Yeah, I'll pray for me.
Ooh,
Oh!
very nice.
Oh, that's nasty.
You show up between them. Hey, what you guys talking about?
Yeah, like I'm literally just like between their legs, like.
You're sitting in one of them's laps, like, hi. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm on one of their backs, like.
So the effect is great. So you're going to be able to sneak up, and you're like hiding behind one of the pillars as they pass by. You're going to recognize one of the voices. She sounds a little timid. She's talking to this guy, and she's saying, "Oh, geez, first time on duty, and I got to be stuck down here with the dead. This sucks." And he's like, "Yeah, I know. Look, we get called in to do all kinds of jobs. Like this is definitely one of the easier ones. All we have to do is, find some dead guy who's walking around and bring it back up for the spirit wardens. No big deal. And look, these rings, they give us some amount of protection against the spirits down here." She says it doesn't make it any less frightening. They're going to recognize that voice as the voice of Celine.
Oh my fucking god.
Who, if you recall, has joined the Silver Nails.
That's right. Oh no. Inner facepalm. Okay. Stealthily roll my way back to Sloane and.
So you get ready to, and then you're going to hear him say, "Did you hear that?"
What?
She says, "No, what was that?" He says, "It was coming from over there.
I
Follow me." And then
literally turn into dust.
No, they're actually walking away from you.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Instead of taking my eyes off them, I motion for, as they walk away, I motion for Sloane and Reg to like come up.
I tug on Reg, who's probably looking behind us at the moment, like, hey.
Yeah, I was looking for footsteps. Hey, that was Celine with one of the other silver nails. I can only assume. I don't think she can't handle herself, but there's something creepy about this place. They said they heard something and walked off in the direction.
Oh, walking straight to danger. That's a great idea.
It's not her fault. She's trying to follow orders. This guy's a dumbass. She can't help it.
Well, and he said could be our dead guy.
And he said, could be our dead guy.
Who
They're
is?
looking dead.
Remind me. Do I know Celine?
I think I've told you about her. She's my friend essentially. She worked for the Fletchersons, and she was like the bodyguard of the young daughter.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and she got fired, and so now she's working for the Silvernails.
Okay. So she's a friendly friend.
Yeah, she's a real good like I said, she's like my other potential love interest. She's almost too good for me.
She is too good for you.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I think we track and take him out.
Yeah, just non-lethal force on the girl, right?
She won't attack us if she knows us. It's the other guy that we should probably take out.
Well, she doesn't know me.
Knowing about us compromises her.
That too.
I'm not hurting her. Not hurting her.
I got options.
I can make her swear, that she won't spill the beans.
There you go.
Could make her not know we were ever here.
That
no,
too, actually.
stop.
No, I can do that too.
Oh my god. No, she's
Well, you're getting
she
away.
won't stop. She won't. She won't. She knows me.
Not if she's unconscious.
We to just make sure she's safe.
She will come to no lasting harm.
It's gonna hurt like hell, though, for a quick second.
And that's when you guys realize that there's a fourth person standing with you.
Jesus. It's fucking Sloane's fucking rival.
It's Aldo is tracked us down here.
It's your little meth head friend from the gallery.
Sup, boy?
It's
Hello?
Aldo.
Yeah.
She looks normal at first, and then she turns to get a closer look at Les, and you can see that half of her face is being consumed by maggots. They're just sort of dropping off of her and plopping onto the floor. Her dress is old, like old Duskfall style, and she sort of winds her mouth soundlessly, like this. And give me everybody give me resistance.
What is that?
What kind of? This would be mental, so that would be insight.
Oh boy.
I think that's correct.
I hate that you're correct.
I can't remember if we get to choose or if I think it might just be your lowest, but let me check.
Well, I think if you are trying to resist a roll, that's when you pick the lowest one. But under resistance roll, each attribute resists a different type of danger. Prowess for physical. Where is it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Resolve. Resolve. Did you say resolve or insight?
I'm looking it up now.
I think it might be resolve because this is a ghosty ghost.
Oh, okay. Insight. Insight is deception or understanding. Resolve is mental strain or willpower. So yes, resolve.
Can I try and understand the ghost? Please. Let me understand this bitch. I beg you, please. Ah, Sloan, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Oh, it's gonna be nasty. I don't wanna hit the little check mark.
I'll take that.
Hey!
Although you do take 3 stress there, Lester.
Go fuck yourself. Dude, I'm already almost at full stress. I can't
You're
take
shaking
anymore.
with your cigarette, like.
Yeah, I have 5 in my mouth. Like,
I'll get the lighter to work. Like.
And maybe the reason you're a little more scared than everybody else, Les, is because she reaches towards you.
ooh, backhanded. No, I'm kidding. I just probably jump back, probably fall on my ass.
And as her arm unfurls and her hand extends towards you, you can see that she appears to be pointing.
I follow her finger.
Points off into the darkness.
Is it the same direction that Celine and Homeboy went?
It's the opposite direction.
I hate this.
I nod at her and say, "Thank you, young lady, and we'll take our leave now." And I start walking in that direction she pointed.
And then when you go to say your words to her, if you took your eyes off of her for even an instant, she's gone.
Okay, do all of us have to take our eyes off of her?
What if we all still see?
She's basically just like she points, and then like if you were at all, if you were looking at her, you would just see she just disappears. But if you were following her finger, when you look back, she's gone.
Let's just say we all blink and she's gone.
I'm just saying, she does that when I blink because I got a 6 on my resolve. So I'm all about how is she moving with maggots coming out of her, just
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Uncomfortable eye contact, and then I blink and she's gone.
Yeah, and so are the maggots, like the ones that hit the ground and everything, like it's just all gone.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. That's really nice, but I also Tiberius. Do me a favor, bro.
We have to flashback. If you want the bird here, you have to flashback and tell me how you got the bird here.
Reg made like a little hamster ball, but like falcon sized. We know we need to go underwater at some point. I'm like, I can't go without Tiberius.
It's essentially just like a 2-gallon jar.
Wait, do you know those backpacks where people like have their cats in them, and it's like that little like sphere thing?
I can work on that, but we don't have that yet. I mean, your best bet right now is
whatever. I'll take a jar.
Like Jack Sparrow's jar of dirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm imagining like you went into an office building, took the water bottle.
Oh my
That's
god.
That's what we got to work with today.
Wait, do I have to spend stress though for flashbacks?
I don't think that's a big one.
Okay, I was like, I thought I'm like, I can't if that's the case.
You don't always have to spend stress for a flashback. Just if it's like a real impactful thing.
Okay, so yeah, so Tiberius and the jar of dirt, Falcon, and
for clarification, did we hear anything they said, or is that just Lester?
Just Les.
It was Les.
Okay, so we don't know we're looking for a dead guy. All right, moving on.
I think Les did mention it.
Yeah. I definitely like relayed that to y'all.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't like keep that with it from y'all.
Well, maybe dead people stick together, and she's a friend. Let's go.
Wait, which way?
Where she was
this
pointing.
way. Yeah.
Oh, I thought y'all were going the way that she was pointing. That's the problem because Celine wasn't going that way.
What's that got to do with us?
Well, they were following a random noise. So that's not necessarily proof of anything.
Tiberius. Keep an eye on Celine, okay? Celine, not
We
Valeris.
Leave later. Like, let's just go.
Celine.
Squaw!
Celine.
Squaw, Valeris!
No,
Squaw!
Let's
Less
throw
is,
away the feathers. He has Valeris' name in a heart.
oh my god.
less is more. Less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more. Garn. So yeah, Tiberius will fly off into the cathedral. So, yep, so where are you guys going?
The way the ghost girl pointed.
Okay. And as you're moving along here, the again, you're gonna walk through these areas that are just like ice cold, or it just feels like the temperature drops like to freezing, and then like as you continue moving, like maybe a couple footsteps, like it completely passes and it's fine again, and then as you continue in the direction that the girl pointed, someone steps out from behind a pillar in front of you.
I draw a pistol.
Okay. It's the girl again. She sort of stands there watching you.
Bringing a pistol to a ghost fight. Nice one, Sloan.
Excuse me, bring a bird underwater.
Keeping an eye on Celine, isn't it?
I'm gonna go check out where you said she was like came out of an opening or a doorway or
Came
Just
out behind a pillar.
from behind a pillar. She doesn't
Okay.
seem to be interfering with you in any way. She's just like watching you. As you
Now we have to roll again. No.
No, you're good. I'm not that mean.
all right.
You all succeeded, so I
on.
think you're pretty good.
Call a Cthulhu.
Okay. Yeah, and so she'll keep doing that. She'll kind of just keep like you'll pass a pillar and she'll be there, and then if you look back, she's gone. And eventually you'll cross the this cathedral like room, and you will find a wall and a giant stone door with giant metal rings for like the handles on the door, and if you can make out the inscription above the door, which says Pandaren.
Nice. Now, during these travels, have we seen those other two from a distance or heard any more from them?
You have not.
Okay. All right, we'll set about quietly opening this door if I can.
Okay.
I'll knock first, just not to be rude.
Yeah, it's solid, dense stone. You're not even quite sure how it's supposed to move. It looks like it's like there is a like a crease where the doors where the two panels of the door separate, but you can see that the edges of the door where they're supposed to like be pulled out, you can see that they're just caked with years of grime and grodiness, and it looks like the door has sort of just sealed itself with time.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked at the little ghost girl. I'm like raise my hand. How do we get in?
She's not there.
Oh, damn it! I blinked. Come on, little ghost girl. I pull like a Zach Bagans. Come out and play.
Would you like to roll an action to see if you can coax her out?
I can't fucking do it. Sloan, get the little ghost girl to come out, swear. Offer her some, like, toys or something. I don't know.
How old did the ghost girl seem?
Oh, I said girl, but I picture she's like in her early 20s.
Yeah, here, offer her a cigarette. Here. Kids love cigarettes. Oh, sorry, she's not a kid anymore.
I'm gonna do something more fun instead. I'm going to
Whip out his dick.
no.
Ugh.
I'm gonna take out my trick cards.
Desperate action for great effect to whip out your dick.
I mean, this is kind of a heavy load, though.
Oh my god.
No, I pull up my trick cards and I offer her to show her a card trick. Something fun. Something she probably hasn't had in a while.
Okay. What
Spectacular.
action? What action would you like to roll?
Just wait to get it to come out. Like, hey,
Okay.
it's a good time.
Okay.
Yes, you influence with guile, charm, or argument. That's sway.
All right. I'm going to say risky limited, but you get an extra D for the trick.
She hates your fucking guts, dude.
She's just not interested in your cards. Should have went
Yeah,
with the
she
Yeah,
dick.
she don't she wanted the dick, yeah.
She wanted Les's dick.
Yeah, she wanted my cigarette, baby.
So you're going to hold out the cards and you're going to start performing the trick or whatever. You're going to feel this like burst of cold air sort of rush past you, and with that, the cards are going to fly out of your hands and just go in all sorts of directions. And you yourself are going to be lifted up and back and thrown towards the stone door with incredible force.
While I'm being lifted, I'm like, this is not part of the trick. Not part of the trick.
Yeah, we're like, wow, that's impressive, dude.
Yeah, we're just standing back going.
Whoa, that's a
It's
trick.
not part of the show.
He gets thrown around and we're just like clapping like
And yeah, it probably looks impressive at first because the cards are like sort of circling around you in the air.
yeah.
And then you just like in one jerky motion, you just get slammed into the stone door. Take a harm. This is going to be breathless.
You left me breathless, y'all.
level 1 harm.
Level 1.
Okay, so question. So I already have one level 1 harm.
I think you have space for another, don't you?
I do.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and just take another.
Copy that.
Huh. Well, is she there now? Or is she not there?
No, as Sloane slides down the door, this ghost is here.
Slide.
Sloan slide. Cause he's a slide. Get it?
All the cards slide out of my sleeves.
So, did the door open?
It did not.
God damn it! Come on.
At least we're knocked now. That's great. Great.
Yeah, that's a hell of a knock.
Furthermore, you're going to hear footsteps coming towards you guys.
Hide. Sloan lay there.
Last, you're going to hear some voices that you recognize. The man and Celine. He's going to say, I could have sworn I heard it coming from this direction. She says, are you sure? Slow down. And he says, no, I'm certain. What are you guys doing?
Preparing to ambush.
No. I want Tiberius to make a distraction. That's me whistling.
I am preparing to ambush.
I pull up my gun because that's the only thing I have the energy to do.
Okay. So the light comes closer, and the Tiberius is going to do what now? It's going to
Some sort of distraction noise to deter them away from the area.
Let's do standard risky
What the?
for an action.
Command?
Oh, that'd
Oh
be good.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that. Oh, let's not. Oh well.
Might be the best one. Now you can spend stress to increase the.
I don't have any stress left.
You could always take the devil's bargain.
No, there's no stress left. I spent it at the beginning, and I just spent it again resisting a roll. There's no stress left.
The devil's bargain doesn't require stress.
The devil's bargain means that Tiberius dies, and I'm not doing that.
No, that's just not what I
Yes,
mean.
yes, it does. What else would happen? Exactly. No. Oh well, guess we're killing Celine. I didn't want to do this at all, but here we go.
We never talked about killing her. We talked about
I don't
knocking her the
want to
fuck
I don't
out.
want to knock her unconscious. I feel like she could be valuable to us.
So
She's a strong, really helpful individual.
Tiberius.
Go for the dude.
So
Yeah,
Tiberius.
kill him.
So Tiberius, when you make your command, Tiberius just comes over and perches on your shoulder and looks for a treat.
Valerius!
Less is more.
You got to practice that beforehand.
And then, so you'll lose that opportunity to distract. Now, Reg, you said you're going to ambush. Sloan, you said you have your gun drawn. So they're not. Okay. Are you still back against the door, kind of knocked breathless, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to crawl the wall basically by the door.
Okay.
Trying to find a corner.
Because I'm sensing that you might be the most vulnerable in this situation. Does that sound correct? Of the three here, of the three of you.
I mean, did Les hide?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, probably.
Okay, so Reg, we'll do you next. So what's your plan here for the ambush?
Well, I was hoping to duck behind a piece of rock or a pillar or something like that. Wait for them to pass, and then I was going to grab, hoping for the dude, maybe the girl, grab them with my gauntlet and stun them.
Okay. Okay, so that what action will you use for that?
That'd be a skirmish.
All right, risky standard.
Son of a
Hey,
bitch.
there's the dice we know and love. Would you like to use a stress or any stress or?
Would you like to resist the roll or take a devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Would you like to do that, Terry?
Let's see. Don't I have to spend the stress beforehand to push the roll? So now we're at resisting or...
Oh, that might be a thing, yeah.
I mean, do I pick?
I mean, I always got devil's bargain.
Am I the only one that takes devil's bargains? I think I am.
No, I think I took one.
I'll take a devil's bargain. Screw it. We're in a mausoleum.
Take a devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you'll be able to no matter what happens. The devil's bargain, and that does what? That increases the. So you can either roll another die, or you can increase the effect, I think, by pushing yourself. So because you get the same results as the push yourself. But so you'll either be able to add a level or roll another die, whatever you're feeling like. But regardless, you're going to alert the spirit wardens that you're here,
Well,
which turns this into a timed thing. And I'll start a spirit warden clock.
I guess it's roll another die then, because
Okay.
I can't really increase the effect of a failure.
Yeah, that would give you instead of the options that you see there, it would be.
Oh, you increase the. Okay, sorry. Damn it.
So what can he do? Either what?
Either roll another die or increase the effect I've already got.
But the Spirit Warden clock starts.
Yes.
Regardless, yeah.
Oh, regardless?
Yeah.
That's the devil's bargain.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought he meant like regardless if you didn't choose the devil's bargain or not. I was like, well, that's kind of not a bargain. Like,
Sounds like an ultimatum.
I came here for a deal.
I don't think the effect changes it though, does it? Two's still like a failure, right?
No, it goes to the next. Trying to. Damn it. HAT.
Yeah, so it might be another die roll, regardless. I think Maddie's right.
Oh yeah, it's an extra die.
Okay. So roll one extra die, and we'll see how it goes.
What the?
I suppose it was meant to be. So you'll come around the corner with the gauntlet. The silver nail is going to be a little faster than you. You guys are going to spar momentarily. You'll go to get him. He'll grab your wrist, and the gauntlet's like doing its shocky thing. He'll swing you around. You will you'll like have him pressed against the pillar. You'll almost get him like right on his face, and then you feel strong hands behind you as Celine pulls you off of him and throws you back against the other pillar. Let's say that this is going to put you. Let's say you suffer a harm as you as you get knocked against the pillar. Just take harm, knocked, level 1 harm. And then Sloan, what are you doing?
I'm straight up murking this guy. I'm taking pot shots at him.
Okay. What action would you like to use to do that?
I suppose skirmish, right? Prowl doesn't seem right to me.
Usually hunt is like long range and skirmish is like up close. At least in my experience, what I've done.
Yeah, skirmish would have a very limited effect from the range that you're at right now, unless you want to get closer.
Yeah, I'll attempt to get a bit closer, I suppose.
Okay.
Guess I'll try and like pistol whip him. Oh, can I prowl up to him and pistol whip him in the back while he's like fighting with Reg?
You can if you prowl, I would set that at like risky. I'd probably set that at risky standard.
Prowl, is he trying to hide?
He's trying to sneak up on him.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, while he's tangling with Reg, I feel like I have an opportunity to do that.
Okay.
Try risky standard.
Okay, and so this guy is getting ready to. He actually draws his own pistol, and he's going to aim it at Reg, and he's going to say good night, sucker. And then Sloan is going to come up behind him and do what?
Pistol whip him, like right in the back of the head.
Yeah, and he'll his lights will go out, and he'll like crumple to the ground. Celine will turn, and she's going to draw her gun as well. Les, what are you doing?
Celine, out of hiding with Tiberius. Stop.
She draws her other pistol and aims it at you.
Celine, it's Les. Take off the fedora.
Les, what are you doing down here?
A guy needs our
slowly
help.
starts aiming at that slave.
Slow, and I'll shoot it out of your goddamn hand, man.
Till she drops it. I'm not
We.
taking chances.
She doesn't know you yet. You're new. Stop. Anyway, Celine, we can use your help.
Les, what are you doing down here? What's going on?
Somebody needs saving.
She says, why do I get the feeling that it's me? And she looks around to Sloane, Reg, and and you. You guys are like kind of closing in on her.
It's not you. I'm being harmless.
Yeah, I'm just standing up. I'm not threatening at all. This is all Les's problem.
Yeah. Problem if you want to call it that.
Sloane, don't go too far. The guy on the ground kind of like grunts and he like starts to roll over.
Sorry about your friend, but we need to get into the Pandaren mausoleum. As they're beating up on
Yes,
the
I imagine Reg's just like cursory, like.
Well, it was already charged. I had to discharge it somehow.
We need to get into the Pandaren mausoleum. There's somebody there we need to help get out of here. You, as much as I, don't want to be down here. I can tell. This guy doesn't deserve it either.
And she says, but I have orders. Les, I have orders.
What are your orders?
And she says, I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Is it to protect the guy in the Pandaren mausoleum?
She kind of does a double take at you, and she says, how do you know about that?
Because we're here to help him. You don't like being down here, and I know you more than anybody. You want to do what's right, not orders. Look at what you did for the Fletchersons.
She says, but it's not just some guy down here. It's some dead guy.
Dead guy?
A vampire.
I turn to Reg and Sloane like, what the fuck?
Oh, look at me. My family's into freaky shit, not that.
Do we know anything about vampires?
Probably been studying up on spirits and the dead, so maybe.
Yeah, give me, yeah, you've been studying up. Yeah, I'd say Reg would know some stuff about this. So you know that when spirits bond with a living body, when spirits bond with a living body, it really can't sustain itself. Eventually, the spirit of the body is going to be destroyed. And so then when the ghost possesses the body completely, they turn into a vampire. You probably would have talked about this with Prof too, especially when you guys were picking up those bodies on the canal.
Right.
You'd also know that these are, while they're kind of known about a little bit by those who are studied, they are not particularly like common.
Okay. Spirit. Dead guy that's come back, essentially.
Oh, and give me an action for a little extra piece of information.
I'm guessing study's pretty much the only thing there.
Okay, yeah, that would be excellent.
Partial success.
Okay, so partial success, that'll work. So because here's a complication. You know that these things sustain themselves off of life energy. They're practically immortal, and judging by the looks of the seal on those doors, this one's going to be very hungry if there's actually one in there, and you're gonna let it out.
We got a guy on the floor.
Okay. Yep. That's a complication.
Do you say all that? And you keep it to yourself.
I'm keeping the hungry part to myself
Okay.
for now.
Okay, so what we know, like, is that basically dead guy revived, pretty much. They're not very common. And they sustain off life energy and that they're immortal, but we don't know that this dude will probably be starving.
Right.
Okay, so I might need Sloane's help with convincing Celine because it'll probably require some sort of sway or something, and I don't have any of that. It would probably be like trying to get a way to convince her to believe that if we get this vampire out, mayhaps we can work on trying to get him to his former self or something, or like reversing the vampirism. You know what I'm getting at? Because we have
No.
Prof and Reg, and they're both in the workshop. We could help this guy out, and future vampires, yada yada yada, and convince her that this is a good idea.
Yeah. You
I
start
am
talking.
refusing to make eye contact with Celine while this is going on. I'm just looking at the doors, just going, what the? Fix him. What the hell?
So is that an action?
Yeah. For them to sway? I think so.
Yeah, I think we'll start talking and then we can start rolling. I
Is
think.
there like a help action?
Yes.
How and where is that?
It costs stress, but you can do it.
Can I pay the stress? But
Can I
he has
just
to pay?
die? Where is it in the thing?
It's called teamwork. The move is called assist, and when you assist another player who's rolling, describe what your character does to help. Take 1 stress and give them 1d to their roll.
Okay, I can do 1 stress, and
You might also suffer any consequences that occur because of the roll they make. So.
okay, yeah, okay.
Master, I can do this.
I got it.
I can pay stress.
1 stress, you get an extra D.
You found a dry cigarette.
I've had a dry cigarette. I'm feeling good. And I guess the way I help out is, like I'm your friend, and like I'm not lying because I don't doubt Reg and Prof's abilities to like figure out because I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know ghosts. I don't know life forces. I just have a gun, and that's all that matters to me. These guys are smart. They can figure something out to fix this guy if we can get him up top and out of here.
I put away the gun and I'm just like walking around, like walking up to Les, sort of. Celine, listen, I haven't known Les for as long as you probably have, but and the rest of the gang as well. But we're here to help this poor soul. Vampirism isn't exactly common, but we have a couple of experts here who we believe we can bring this poor soul back properly. And I don't know what you spirit wardens want with this person, but I'm assuming it's not pretty.
They want to stop the ghosts. Ever since this thing, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it either, to be honest. And she looks at Les. She says, but apparently it's stirring up the ghost activity.
Well, we want the same thing then. We also want to stop the ghost activity. We also want to help this poor unfortunate soul. Help us. Help him.
Okay, I feel like this is controlled great.
Copy that.
With an extra plus 1D.
Yeah, I think I'll spend a stress to give myself an extra because I really want this to work for Les's sake.
Okay.
So I'll spend 1 too. Is it 1 stress for another D or is it 2 stress? I can't remember.
2 stress.
2 stress.
2 stress if it's for yourself.
Yeah, and it's controlled.
Okay.
We take it.
Partial success.
All right. The minor complication is I'm just gonna fill in some more time is passing, so I'm gonna fill in another wedge on the clock.
But did you agree?
And I will add, John, I'm using mesmerism. She will forget about this.
Okay. So and she says, yeah, I guess all that really matters is that we get it out of here, right, and stop the ghosts.
I think that might be the best way of going about this. If it's down here and it's stirring up all the ghost activity, it's definitely not doing any good just being holed up down here when we can try and fix it.
She says, okay, I'll help you, but please don't kill him.
Kill who?
Raj, my partner.
A little, like, my eyebrow spikes up. A little hint of jealousy, a little lightning flash across the screen.
Raj.
Raj. Yeah, just
And over my shoulder as I'm wiring up some explosives,
she says,
I'm like, oh, he's just knocked out for about an hour.
She says, it's short for Roger.
My name's Les, and it's short for Lester.
I have a out of character. I could ghost contract her right now. So that basically, go to her, like, make a deal, and say that we won't kill him because we're not killing him. The vampire is. Is that a thing we want to do?
I'm up to you guys.
What does it do exactly?
So when I shake on a deal, if either of us breaks the contract, the other person takes a level 3 harm called cursed.
No! What? What is wrong with you? This
I'm
is my
just
friend!
asking, like, hey, how sure do you know about this? I mean, Jesus. I did it to the kid. No one seemed to mind about that.
Yeah, but this character has a name.
The kid also had a name. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we remember it?
No!
Yeah, no.
Reg, how are those explosives coming?
Almost done.
And Reg, while you're up rigging the explosives, you're going to see a slender, pale hand touch the door. And if you look over, you're probably not freaked out. You rolled really well on your stress check. The lady is she has her hand against her door and she's like touching her forehead to the door as well, as if she's almost trying to like send good vibes to the other side.
And I'm just going to look at her and be like, tell him to stand back.
She'll disappear.
You might want to start dragging Raj.
Don't worry, I'll grab him.
Celine's like, no, I got it.
It's really...
He's my partner.
Ooh.
And she'll pick him up and throw him over her shoulder. She's like, I know he's not much to look at, but he's a heck of a shot. Almost as good as you, Les.
You know, I've been trying this cool new trick shot. It's called... Tiberius, go peck out his eyes. Go harass him, Tiberius.
Less is more.
Hit on him.
Sick him, Tiberius.
Less is more.
Tiberius is now a fucking macaw.
All right. So is this a tinker roll for the...
Okay.
Where the... There it is.
Tinker, I would say risky standard.
But
Would you like to resist?
What would that be? Resolve? Keep from losing my shit.
That would be whatever your lowest is.
Yeah. I can't really afford any of those failures. Yeah, I'm going to try to resist.
Okay. Hey!
Hey.
2 stress.
2 stress.
2 stress, and it succeeds. It's going to. How does it look when it blows?
So essentially, so I'm blowing the hinges. So instead of the doors swinging out, they just kind of fall, like straight down with a thunderous crash.
Excellent.
Since we already know that they know we're already here, no point being quiet anymore.
Yes, and that sound is going to echo throughout the cathedral, and it feels like it's going to be going on. It's probably going to be echoing for minutes. And so the doors come down. There's almost like a after the doors come down after the initial explosion, and sort of that wind sort of passes by you guys, the air being pushed by the doors hitting the floor. There's this sort of stale stench that sort of creeps into the room where you guys are standing, and something is going to move very quickly, almost in a blur, straight towards Sloane.
Oh, why me? Fuck's sake.
I will take a warning shot.
What's that?
Just like a right before, if it means, because
It sounded like a cool move.
no, it's not a cool move. It's just me being like I'm gonna take a firing shot if I need to.
Okay.
Give me a second, make sure I don't have anything. Okay, no, yeah, I'll just if I may take a pew pew. I don't know if it'll do anything. I have electroplasmic ammunition loaded,
Okay.
which especially potent against spirits, but less effective against physical targets. So let me try and give a little pew. Okay, a partial success.
Okay. So there's this very quick, like, blurred movement that is moving straight towards Sloane. Less almost instinctively, you're going to fire at it, and the warning shot is going to land right in the shoulder of the creature, and as it brings it to a complete halt, sends it to its knees as it reaches up to grasp the wound. You're going to see this. You're gonna see this man. He must have been noble at some point, because his clothes look very regal, but they're like dusty and tattered, and he's emaciated as hell. You can see just about he has a thin layer of flesh covering his skeleton, and you can see just about every bone in his body. His eyes are going to have like this dull blue glow right in their pupils, and he's going to look at Sloane. He's going to look at Sloane hungrily and grasp the injury, and it looks like he's about to move again, maybe towards Les. What do you guys do?
I am running up to him, pulling out a vial, and I'm like, "Where you're right out, you have to wait to eat." And I am going to try and hit him with standstill poison.
What is that?
Standstill, a powder that causes temporary paralysis. Don't know if it works on vampires. About to find out.
About to find out.
I'm about to hit him with trans powder too. Let's see if that works.
You guys have powders
I'm
just
gonna
at the
say
ready.
I'm gonna say it's risky with limited effect.
All right. I think that's probably wreck or skirmish. Either way.
Yeah, skirmish. Entangle a target in close combat. Wreck, unleash savage force.
It sounds more like skirmish.
Okay.
Well, what's finesse? Either way, I got one in each. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Risky
Did you want to?
limited?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you want to push it
Yes, I do.
for a +1 or for a greater effect?
Greater effect.
Okay.
Oh, but that only takes me to standard.
Yeah, it's not.
Standard is good.
Yeah, but I can't trust my dice.
That's true.
Exactly. He's
All
only
right,
got one.
I'm gonna go for the greater effect.
Ooh, here he goes. Hey,
Ooh.
nice.
You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs. You have reduced effect.
I'll
you end up in a
Take
desperate
the
position.
harm. I'll say you tried to smack me away.
I'm actually going to put you in a desperate position.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm going to put you in a desperate position. So it's going to reduce the so you increase the effect. So it's going to get him, but it's going to take a moment to settle, to take hold, and in that time he's going to be able to get his hands around your throat and pick you up. Now he has this like iron lock on your throat. So and it's going to put you in a desperate position. What's going to happen? Les?
I thought it was Sloan. Are you gonna try something, or did you want me to shoot? Feel like we each had our turn. Now it's your turn.
That is true. Yeah, I guess I'll try and reach around him and like put my handkerchief with trans powder on it, like around his mouth and nose.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, and he's already got standstill poison on him. It's a great combo.
Just drug the fucker.
Drug the fucker. Can that be the quote of the night?
To be fair, it is a drug. It's a popular drug. Like that's the description of it.
So okay, this would be
Yeah, I got some of that too.
Yeah.
What action will you use?
It's either skirmish or prowl, I suppose. I don't know which one suits the best.
Prowl is if you're trying to be sneaky about it. Skirmish is if you're just like, ah, come here, bitch.
It's probably more like, come here, bitch. Christ.
So it'll be desperate for standard effect.
Ooh, and you get to mark XP for rolling a desperate.
Oh, awesome.
And would you like to push the roll or take a devil's bargain, perhaps?
I'm gonna push it, Jonathan. I'm not gonna take a devil's bargain.
Oh, the full name.
Don't you tempt me, you devil.
I mean, don't you want to hear the devil's bargain first?
No.
All right, go for it.
No. You're gonna be missing some fingers, boy. That's your devil's bargain.
Probably. I'll 2 stress and desperate standard. I'll add an extra die.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my god!
You still get to mark for the desperate roll. What's going to happen is as you go to jump on his back or skirmish with him, you're going to approach and you're going to feel yourself lifted up in the air again.
Oh my fucking god!
Fucking ghost girl.
Whoa, he's doing his cool trick again! Celine, check this shit out!
More cards fly out of my sleeves.
He's trying to sway the vampire with his cool tricks.
Are you immune to your own trance powder? I can't remember if you are or not.
Yeah, well, it's a drug. I probably have used it on like lonely Friday nights, but like
what?
But I mean, I'm not immune to it, no.
Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to, very much like the cards, it's going to right up in your, like, you're going to lift up into the air and the trance powder is going to surround your face, and you will be affected by it instead. Now what, so it's going to do some serious or severe harm.
The victim of this powder is not fully unconscious, but rather retreats into a calm, suggestible mental state similar to hypnotism.
So You might be okay. So you might be at risk of getting possessed here.
Oh my god. Okay.
Great, love it.
So I'm going to put you. I'm instead. I'm going to change that to a serious complication. You are in the air. You've got the trance powder. It's putting you into a suggestible state. You are at risk of getting possessed here. The lady ghost appears above you, and she is looks like she's trying to like open your mouth and crawl inside of you. That's what you guys see from the ground.
God damn it, I can't do what I want. I don't have enough stress to spend it.
Is this a resolve roll to like not get possessed or like what?
Yeah, if you want to resist the effect here or resist the consequence.
Yeah, I'll attempt it.
Okay, go ahead and roll your for you. I guess it'd be.
Oh, it's the lowest.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! It's inside. Me brain not good.
This would just be to resist the consequence of the failure. Just a regular resistance roll.
Oh, so it's to resist the position I'm in, not the actual possession.
Correct.
Ah.
Although,
I'm gonna wait.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, you're gonna. Okay. I know what's going on here. You want to resist?
I think you read my mind. Like I want to resist the fucking like the possession itself.
You want to hedge your bets? Possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hedging my bets on that.
Okay, I gotcha. So that's happening. So that's going to be a serious complication. That's about to happen. Let's see. Les? Yes, Les.
Yeah.
One friend is about to get one friend is about to get possessed. Another friend is about to get choked to death.
All right. So choking has been happening longer.
Yes.
Oh no! Hold on, I just lost an ability. I was gonna use it, but I don't have enough stress. Hold on. Okay, good. So now I'm gonna make another shot at the Hannies or the armies, one of the two.
Celine says, "Wait, I've got him."
That works. Wait, no. Okay, you're strong. Yeah. All right. Okay. I trust you.
Who's Celine?
Yeah. Don't get yourself killed. All right, turn to Sloan.
Depends on
I
how.
love that they are having this. I'm just like, do something.
Yeah. All right, and then I'll make.
She's gonna look you right in the eye. She says, "Depends on how you roll," and then she.
Fuck you, bitch. Here we go. Balls to the wall. Damn, motherfucker! Yeah.
What was that at?
Shoot that ghost. The ghost girl was Sloan since Celine's gonna help Reg.
Okay, so I'm going to impose a reduced effect. So Sloan is still floating in the air, but the ghost has disappeared.
Bitch, whatever. This ain't no Pennywise. I'm gonna run up to him, pull his ass down.
And meanwhile, she is she has come up behind the zombie, the vampire, and is like put him in a lock, and is trying to pry his arms from around Reg's throat. Reg, this might give you an opportunity to do something if you like.
Do you have your ghost? Oh, your ghost gauntlet isn't ready yet. Oh, is it? Do you have like a gauntlet of something?
Yeah, it is.
It still does a little bit of something, right?
Well, it still stuns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will throw some stun on top of the standstill powder.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Would that like increase the effect of it at least? Because he's got the poison in him.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll increase it to controlled standard. So since it's controlled, you falter. Press on by seizing a risky opportunity, or withdraw and try a different approach.
I'm gonna press on.
Okay.
What's the risk?
So the risk is you're also going to have to amp up the gauntlet. Like you've got him. Like you lean forward and you've got him, and it's shocking the fuck out of him. But it's just not enough juice. You need more juice. So if you want to maybe tinker with the thing and maybe get like an extra burst of juice, the downside is that it's going to it might affect Celine as well.
He doesn't give a fuck. Are you kidding
I don't.
me?
I
What the
don't.
fuck? That's not even a risk for him.
It's not. So is that a tinker roll or is that just happening?
It could be a tinker roll if that's what you deem it to be.
What about if it shocks him to a point where he'll go like vegetable? Like, what about him? That matters more to him than anything than it does Celine.
Hey, if it affects Celine, she's going to be laying right next to Raj, where she wants to be, while we take the threat out.
All right, that's it. You're going to a different channel now.
And I will take some harm. How about that?
Yeah, it's going to so it won't affect Celine, but you'll take some harm. You'll take some let's say just shocked level.
No. So it's electrical. So the muscles tighten up. So
Oh no!
for a second, and then it drops off.
There you go, crushed windpipe. Yeah, crushed.
Knocked and crushed.
Yeah. All right, and so Les, Sloan, what's going on? Sloan, you're kind of like wheeling in the air.
Can I like pull him down?
You can try. You can start to, but there's some resistance.
What the fuck?
Something is holding him aloft. And you can see the half, the sort of there's sort of this. Well, you probably can't see it because you can't see into the ethereal realm, but there's this sort of wispy like energy sort of surrounding him, kind of creating like this like tethery ball, and you're going to see half of the torso of the lady start to appear again as she so you can see her torso sort of appear above Sloan. She's going to take another pass at him. Sloan, Les?
I'm gonna make another shot.
Is there any way we can do teamwork here?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm hypnotized, am I not?
Yeah, he's...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, you're drugged. Sorry.
I'm high up my fucking mind right now.
You're so high.
Less is more. Yeah. Yes.
What do you do?
I fucking take another shot at that bitch. Pew pew in your fucking maggot eye.
Okay. Yep. So so she's going to disappear again. He's going to fall to the ground. You're able to run forward and catch him.
Like princess style.
Yeah.
Kind of romantic for a second.
But the complication I'm going to inflict is I'm going to fill in the another tick on the clock here.
Oh shit.
There's one tick left.
We gotta go, man, Celine, Reg.
It usually costs a gold, to hold me like this.
That look the Soul Eater Excalibur face.
No, did anybody want to look inside the mausoleum?
Damn straight.
All right. Go ahead and tell me what you do.
I love looking through old rooms. What would that be? A study roll? Or do you just want me to glance around?
Survey. Study.
I mean, money, interesting artifacts.
Yeah. Okay. You can take a look around. 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 You can take a lo I'm just gonna say that you can kind of walk in and take a look around. The this mausoleum seems to it's a pretty large space, like enough for probably about 6 sarcophagi on the floor, and then there are lots of I don't know what they're called, but you know those wall graves, like where they have like the plates on the front, and then the bodies like in the wall.
I think they're just called vaults.
Yeah, and so you'll see a bunch of those kind of all around the room. Some of them have been like smashed open. Some of the sarcophagi lids have been moved, and but probably the thing that will catch your eye if you're looking for something that's worth anything is you'll see this what looks to be the some kind of royal, not royal, but like some kind of important what would it be called? Like, what's that thing called? Like, if a house has like an emblem, but there's like an item that that's in the shape of their emblem, like
An heirloom.
An heirloom. Let's say an heirloom. Yeah. Because I was thinking like signet ring, but this is more like an item. So let's say heirloom. Yeah. So there's an heirloom in what you may assume is the Pandaren family crest, and it seems to be prominently displayed at the far end of this this room that is littered with sarcophagi and vaults.
Yeah, and I'll be like, Reg, we gotta go, man.
We gotta go, man.
I'm going for it.
All right, Celine, grab the vampire. We're leaving.
How will you traverse across this questionable room?
I want to like Indiana Jones style, like across the sarcophagi.
What action would you like to roll for that?
That sounds like a finesse to me.
Okay. Risky standard.
Reg.
Yes.
How big is this heirloom? Can Tiberius carry this?
It looks a little weighty for Tiberius.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say you're going to start to traverse the room here, but before you can even step a foot in, you're gonna hear the pitter patter of what you assume are the spirit wardens breaking into the cathedral and heading straight towards you.
Damn it! And run.
All right, you will lose this opportunity. You guys will hightail it. Les, you're carrying Sloane. Reg, you're leading the way, I assume. And then what about what's her face? Celine.
Celine, I thought she's probably carrying Raj and the vampire dude. She's built like a shit brick house.
Oh yeah, wait, who's carrying the vampire dude?
Reg.
I figured I was just dragging the vampire dude.
Oh, okay, that works.
He's emaciated. He's light.
I don't think you need to carry me. Like, you just tell me to run, like, behind you. I will run behind you.
Oh yeah, you are hypnotized. I can just tell you what to do. That works too.
Pick up that vampire. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Come on.
And Celine, you guys start running, and she says, "Les."
Yes.
You can see she's not running.
Oh,
she can't come. She can't come with.
Say the vampire escaped and knocked out Raj and.
Seriously, don't follow us. And dragging Les. Come on.
That's not true. I pistol whipped the motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
And the last thing you'll see before her face disappears from view is she just kind of looks wide-eyed and kind of crestfallen, maybe just a little sad. What'd you say?
Her word.
You can come with us if you want.
She says, "I can't."
So sad.
And so, all right, and that will be the score.
Sweet. At least we don't have to worry about the dead guy drowning.
when you get the vampire back to Ellen. Sorry, I have to look up this name real quick.
His name is going to be strapped in a barrel or a chest. I ain't dealing with the complication of him getting out.
Will I still be under the influence of the trans powder?
Ellen, you're hot.
Alan, if you were that ghost girl, I'd let you inside of me.
Alrighty then.
Want to see a card trick?
Wait, I lost my cards. I just got my dick now.
Got 2 lucky dice.
God.
So so when you deliver the barrel, the goods to Ellen, she says she looks at the barrel and she looks back at you and she says, "Is that what I think it is?"
I'm curious. What do you think it is?
Is that the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's quite dangerous, quite hungry, and I'd let the hiring party deal with that. Do not open.
Is he alive?
Eh,
She like kicks
That's
the
a
barrel.
loaded question. You mean like did we
How
kill
much
him?
do you really want to know?
Yeah.
She says, "Good point."
He will arrive in his expected condition. Let's put it that way.
It's a good point. And she'll pass that along. She'll give you guys your 8 coin.
Nice. So that's what, 2 each?
Yeah, then we can go through the through the downtime here, or downtime. The downtime. Yeah, that's what's called.
So 2 each. Are we setting the 2 to the prof or?
Yeah, I would assume that would probably be.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Or sorry, I want to make sure that it gets notated that he's got 2 coin coming to him.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I have it. I just put 2 each.
Excellent.
I'm immediately going to give my 2 to Tiberius, and I'm like, when you find Celine and see her, deliver this to her.
A bribe, huh?
No, not a
Valeris.
bribe. It's an apology.
Valeris.
Tiberius.
No, not Valeris. No,
See,
no.
Are you sure you want to give up though? Because you gotta. You drink a lot of alcohol to get rid of all that stress, don't you?
Me, I go to the brothel and get a massage.
Yeah, you're gonna need them coins.
I have 1. She looks so sad. I'm easily guilted.
And you're giving her cash. At least buy flowers with it or something.
I don't know. She don't like flowers. You saw her. She's a shit brick house. She don't want no fucking flowers.
Yeah, just write another
Buy her
letter.
a nice weapon or something. I don't know.
Know what to get her. She uses her fucking hands. She pried that fucking vampire off you, bro.
Invite her out to boxing then or something.
Boxing? What? She's gonna beat the fuck out of me.
nothing like a little
Yes,
pugilism.
exactly.
Nothing like a little pugilism to stir the loins.
Oh, and because of Sloan, if she doesn't remember any of this, why do I got new coin?
Oh, that's right.
Valeris.
Yeah, she doesn't remember
No,
it.
Tiberius, give me back my coin.
before she meets me again, she doesn't remember this.
But when she meets you again,
She remembers everything.
Send off the 2 coin. I go. Tiberius is just confused as fuck right now.
Tiberius, come here. I gotta fit you for something. Come here. Come here. Hey, wait until Les makes up his mind.
Yeah, but Tiberius, please.
all right.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
they forget the swaying part. Like, they forget the deal was kind of made. Like, she wouldn't remember that she helped us.
She'd remember we
I
were there,
think.
but not that she helped us.
Yeah, 'cause according to mesmerism, when you sway someone, you may cause them to forget that it's happened until they next interact with you. It's a bit open to interpretation there.
Yeah, I like this.
But yeah, as soon as she meets me again, poof, everything.
All right. I think that's a good place to leave off. We'll do the downtime off camera, and but yeah, let's go around. Any major takeaways for any of you guys, for any of your characters?
Nobody gives a fuck about my friends.
Hey, I didn't try to kill them. They just might happen to have been stunned as well. It's not that big a deal.
I was just looking out for the group as a whole.
And it didn't happen anyway, so quit you bitching.
I'm bitching. I'm bitching.
Of course
I'm
you
moody
are.
and broody extra today.
Excellent. All right, cool. Well, that concludes another score, and like I said, we'll do downtime on the other side here. So with that, have a good night.
All right.
Night.
Right.